Dear students, in this video, let us see the standing wave ratio and the Smith chart. So line impedance and the admittance. So line impedance and the admittance, the line impedance of a microwave transmission line is defined as complex ratio of voltage at any point on the line to the current at any point. So we are giving the expression as Z is equal to V of Z divided by I of Z. So the line impedance at any point of the Z and the transmission line. So we are considering the diagram here. One is the generator end and one more end is the load end. And the transmission line we have considered as length L. The voltage across the load is VL and the current is IL. The input impedance expression. So Z is equal to Z naught ZL cos H gamma L plus Z naught sin H gamma L divided by Z naught H gamma L Z naught sin H gamma L. So if the line is if the transmission line is having length L, this is the expression. Suppose if the transmission line is having length Z, so now I need to replace L by Z. So for a lossless line or a dissipationless line, we have alpha is equal to 0. So gamma is equal to J beta and Z naught is equal to R naught. So H hyperbolic gamma Z is equal to cos hyperbolic, instead of gamma we'll write it as J beta into Z. So this is cos beta Z. And here sin hyperbolic gamma Z is equal to sin A J beta Z. This is J sin beta Z. So Z is equal to R naught, substituting the values here. So now next step is Z is equal to R naught, ZL. Now I have taken cot beta Z as common in the numerator. So it will be sin beta Z by cos beta Z. It will be tan beta Z. Then divided by R plus J ZL tan beta Z. So now we'll see the expression for the line impedance in terms of reflection coefficient and the standing wave ratio. So this expression V of Z is equal to VL ZL plus Z0 by 2 ZL e to the power of gamma Z plus reflection coefficient e to the power of minus gamma Z, and I of Z is equal to IL ZL plus Z0 by 2 Z0 e to the power of gamma Z minus reflection coefficient e to the power of minus gamma Z. Now in the above two expression, I'll replace VL is equal to IL into ZL. So I replaced VL is equal to IL into ZL in the above expression, and after reducing, that is V of Z is equal to IL ZL plus Z0 divided by 2 V to the power of gamma Z plus reflection coefficient due to the power of minus gamma Z. So now dividing equation 3 by 2. So that is Z is equal to V of Z by I of Z. So substituting both the values and multiplying the numerator and denominator by e to the power of minus gamma Z. So if I multiply this with e to the power of minus gamma Z, so e to the power of 0 will get e to the power of 0 value is 1. So this is 1 plus e to the power of minus 2 gamma Z. So in the denominator part also 1 minus the reflection coefficient e to the power of minus 2 gamma Z. Now we have reflection coefficient is equal to magnitude of e to the power of j theta, and gamma is equal to j beta and z naught is equal to r naught. So now z is equal to, instead of z naught we are writing here r naught 1 plus. So reflection coefficient values we are substituting here, and e to the power of j values also to j beta z. Then 1 minus magnitude of reflection coefficient e to the power of j theta e to the power of minus j to beta z. So now, so Z is equal to R naught 1 plus magnitude of reflection coefficient angle of theta minus 2 beta Z divided by 1 minus reflection coefficient angle of theta minus 2 beta Z. So above equation gives the line impedance Z in terms of reflection coefficient. So now we'll see the next topic here, it is Smith chart. Smith chart is a graphical aid for solving transmission line problems very easily, which would be tedious in to solve by using analytical methods. So if we solve the transmission line problems in the analytical method, it will take more time. So if we use the Smith chart, it is a graphical aid, so transmission line problems can be solved very easily. For that, I need to consider first input impedance. So Zs is equal to Z0 ZL plus J R naught tan beta Z divided by Z0 plus J ZL tan beta Z. So now we'll see the construction of the Smith chart. Smith chart is constructed on the voltage reflection coefficient plane, on the reflection coefficient plane. So that is we given here reflection coefficient symbol and the plane. So now just we derive this formula. I have written here the input impedance Zs when divided by Z0 are called as a normalized input impedance. Now we am giving bringing this z naught to the denominator. Zs by z naught is equal to 1 plus reflection coefficient theta minus 2 beta z and 1 minus reflection coefficient angle of theta minus 2 beta z. So let us see the normalized input impedance. So Zs by Z0 value have taken as real and the imaginary part, that is R plus Jx. The quantity magnitude of reflection coefficient angle of theta minus 2 beta z is also a complex quantity and let be given by. So this quantity what we have taken it as u plus jv. So R plus jx is equal to 1 plus u plus jv and 1 minus u minus jv. So we rationalizing the terms. I'm getting at last it as r plus jx is equal to 1 minus v square minus u square divided by 1 minus u whole square plus v square plus j 2v by 1 minus u whole square plus v square. Now equating the real and the imaginary part, I'm getting the R circle, a resistance circle and the inductance circle value has 1 minus v square minus u square divided by 1 minus u whole square plus v square. The reacting circle as 2v divided by 1 minus u whole square plus v square. Now we'll see the constant resistance circle. So this is the expression for the constant resistance circle. So I'm cross multiplying the terms here. So this is R into 1 minus 2u plus u square plus v square. So expanding this expression and 1 minus v square minus u square. Now u square, if I take the common u square, this is 1 plus r and minus 2ur plus v square into 1 plus r is equal to 1 minus r. Now dividing throughout the expression by 1 minus r. So the expression will be u square minus 2u r by 1 plus r plus v square, then 1 minus r divided by 1 plus r. So after dividing, this is the expression. Completing the square by adding r by 1 plus r on both the sides. So I am adding both the side 1 plus r by 1 plus r whole square. So this will be u minus r by 1 plus r whole square plus v square. And here the terms will get cancelled. The next step is u minus r by 1 plus r whole square plus v square. And the last term is 1 divided by 1 plus r whole square. So now we'll see the above equation represents the equation of the circle of radius 1 by 1 plus r and the center r by r plus r comma 0. So this equation, so this diagram shows the Smith chart. So here these are the constant r circle. So you can observe in the diagram that is written r is equal to 1, r is equal to 2 and r is equal to 0.4 and r is equal to 0. So now we'll see the constant reactance circle. So x is equal to 2v by 1 minus u square plus v square. Again here cross multiply the terms and dividing by x throughout we get u minus 1 whole square plus v square minus 2v by x is equal to 0. Now for completing the square by adding 1 by x square on both the side. And this is the equation of a family of circle called as a constant reactance circle with the radius 1 by x and the center 1 comma 1 by r are shown in the figure. So you can see the reactance value. So this is the reactance of the Smith chart. So this is 2 minus 2 and this plus 2, positive side and the negative side. And here it is a 1 and here it is minus 1 and here it is minus 0.5 and a new and it is plus 0.5. So the superposition of constant resistance circles and the constant reactance circle forms a Smith chart. So already I showed the diagram of constant R circle and the constant X circle, that is inductance circle. This superposition of constant R circle, that is resistance circle, with the reactance circle is called as a Smith chart. So this Smith chart is a graphical aid for solving transmission line problems very easily.